All right, it is August 2nd, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some mite treatments ready, or a mite treatment. I think this is gonna be the only one that I do, because it seems to be more in lines with what I want to do. I would really prefer not to do any kind of mite treatments, but how things have played out, apparently you have to do something. So I'm gonna go with the thing that I know just kind of outright takes care of the mites. I don't know if I have mites. I haven't did a mite check. I'm not gonna waste some bees just to see if they do. I'm gonna just hit them with the oxalic acid vapor treatment. This bad boy. So I went ahead and got that, and we're going to do that to all the hives. I'm probably going to do it a couple times. I think I'm going to do it this weekend, and then next weekend, and then the weekend after that. Just keep hitting them, and eventually, if there is any mites, knock them down. And then after a month, I'll do a mite treatment, because then I'll be able to check, or a mite test, because then I'll be able to check them all, because they'll all have a lot more brood out that's hatched. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. I went ahead and I put the tops on so we can kind of lock all the vapor inside. And whoop, the bird's knocking stuff down at me. So yeah, and it's also very cold this morning. It's like it was in the high 60s this morning. All the bees they're all home. Whoop. Ain't nobody coming out. These are big hives, and so are these ones. But you see how most of them are staying inside. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the mite treatments while they're all home. And then also we're gonna have an update tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm actually gonna get in and do an inspection. This is just I'm not opening them up today. I'm just doing the oxalic acid. Holy shit, I can't talk. Acid vapor treatment. There we go, big word. We're just gonna get that done today. Shouldn't take too long, but I'm gonna have to keep flipping these tops. I think you gotta let it sit in there for about 10 minutes, and then you can, if you don't have these tops right here, boop. If you have ventilated tops, not good, because everything just comes in and up and out. You need it to stay in the hive. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. This will be fun. Probably won't hear me. I'll be talking, and I'll probably sound like Kenny off South Park, because I'm gonna have this on. So, okay, let's get into this. Oh. All right, here we go. You're not gonna hear me? Because now I'm definitely gonna. You're definitely not gonna be able to hear me now. Ooh, let me tell you something. That is very hot. Do not touch this part, even if you haven't used it yet. Wowza! There we go. Yeah. All right. Next time, get that ready. Oh well, that might get melted on there. Next time, get that ready first, or this ready first. Put it in there, then hit it. do it again? Okay. Oh, hopefully that worked. Good. I'm gonna let them sit for a bit. Alright, I kind of want to test it on one of these Bee Smart hives with the Bee Smart lids. Let's see how much of it actually comes out. I'm actually going to do it on the black hive because this hive is actually going to get merged in with all the other ones because I haven't seen a queen on this one yet, but that'll be in tomorrow's inspection. There's a lot of it in the air. Honestly, didn't seem like much came out of it. Alright, I'm going to do a test shot real quick. Okay, so that's a lot in comparison to what actually came out. Yeah, so I might as well, once this one shoots down, I might just go ahead and do them all because it didn't seem like much came out of the Bee Smart lid. Alright. I did see a little bit come out up here. Coming through, bees. Well, a couple bees got caught in the aftermath. Like something burnt down there. Guess a couple bees did. Alright, back over here. Yeah, I wish I could just leave this here, but I can't. It won't stay. Maybe it will. Well, maybe it does. My luck, it'll fall. See? That sucks. Just gotta put this thing on so it doesn't melt the Apamade bottoms. Okay, that didn't work out too well. I missed all the other hives down there. So now we're on the cleaning part of this. Whoops, a little too much. I don't have any distilled water right now. I'll tell you one thing, it's fucking hot. And they said when you do this, hold the cap. Oops, don't grab that. Yes. Ooh, that thing was fighting it. That was cool. Wash it off a little bit. Shit, keep overpouring. Woo! Yeah, it initially wants to pop off, but after that, it kind of good to go after that. So, okay. The battery died. Wunderbar. Okay, so we're done here. Alright, well there goes that. That's my first time using the Instavap, using oxalic acid and all that kind of stuff. I wish it would sit in the, actually sit in there and sit on the landing deck, but it doesn't seem to want to, and you have to use that little silicone cover on the front or else it'll burn. I burned one of the teeth on the entrance. I mean, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna stop anything. I can still slide the slider to close them up if I want to, but it burned one of the little teeth for the holes so they can't get in. So that's pretty crazy. It's pretty hot. So I can't necessarily take off that silicone cap that's on the brass and just use the brass, or else the brass would just melt it right on up. So yeah, it kind of sucks it doesn't sit on the landing board and I can just walk away. I have to stand there and hold it. But I may look into other avenues of what to actually do, see how other people are doing it. I seen one guy, he used I can't remember his name. It just popped up when I was auto playing Instavap videos when I was playing video games. and he drilled holes in the back of his boxes on the bottom, and he capped them with golf tees when he was done. Pretty smart. Hole's always there. They don't backfill it. You just pull the tee out and then plug the brass in. And it just stayed and it held it. So I really don't want to drill holes in my boxes, but I may look into possibly doing the slatted boards, the bottom boards that help with like ventilation and all that kind of stuff. I've seen those. I mean, that's just one more thing I have to deal with though. So that's kind of obnoxious. So I don't want to have to deal with another part. But that could be an option. I just drill a hole in the bottom of that. That way I'm not drilling a hole in the actual boxes itself. So yeah. Yeah, when it comes to the mite treatments and all that kind of stuff, I am no expert, but after watching and listening and reading so many articles and videos on how bad mites are and all that kind of stuff, and my experience at working at I was basically a dog groomer's helper for a couple years and working at a vet. And whenever dogs came in with ticks, we used like a little shock pill, and it basically just instantly killed all the ticks off of them, which is what an Instavap kind of does when you think of it, when you try to do the comparisons, ticks to mites, or I mean, not ticks, fleas to mites. That's basically what mites are just fleas for bees. So yeah, and then we got all these companies are developing all these treatments and all that kind of stuff, and it's making super immune fleas, or mites in this case with the bees. And in my opinion, and with personal experience from dogs, I know it's two different types of creature, but the concepts are still the same. We're making these super immune mites, and they could potentially be mutating different diseases. We may be the causes of the problem. I know a bunch of, if anybody who goes to some kind of school watches me and say I'm speaking heresy, I really think nature needs to let it take its course for a little bit, and let the flea, or let the mites let those immune mites just kind of wash out of the system. The bees might take a hit, but the bees might develop a way to be immune to them too. Like you see with the Varroa sensitive bees, the ones that'll uncap the cell and pull the mite out, or pull the bee out in general if it's bad, and then cap it over or lay another egg in it. See, there's bees already developing ways to get around the mites, and I think we just need to let them have it. Like, let nature take its course for about 5 to 10 years and stop pumping all these hives full of chemicals and stuff. Like I said, I am no biochemist. I am no whatever the word is for going to study insects and all that kind of stuff. But at some point, we may be the ultimate issue with this stuff. And that's why I chose to do the oxalic acid vapor treatment, because apparently that all that does is just burns their feet off, so they can't hold on to anything, and then they die because they can't hold on to anything. They can't eat, they can't feed, they just fall to the bottom of the box. So that seems to be the best. That there kind of lines up with what we did to dogs at the vet, where we just hit them with that, or we hit them with we fed them a shock tablet basically, and basically it was like a one-time dose, and any flea that bit them basically just locked up and died. So yeah, I think the oxalic acid vapor treatment's the way to go, in my opinion. Doing a lot of research. Like I said, I'm no expert. It's my first year. But I think it's just time we let nature course control a little bit, So yeah, so that's all that. I'm gonna have this come out as a separate video, because I'm gonna do my inspection video tomorrow. It's not gonna be that big. It's not gonna be like the last one. I'm gonna be like, okay, we're gonna pick a couple hives, check them out, see what they're doing, and then I'm gonna check all the rest of them off camera. Because a 2-hour video, a lot of people don't want to watch that kind of stuff. I personally like long form content, and that's how I kind of want my channel to be, just long form content. You want to watch somebody go into beehives? That's me. I still might do it. or I may break them up into different videos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so stay tuned. The next video will be tomorrow, August 3rd, but y'all probably won't see that for another week because it takes a while for me to upload videos and then download them and then edit them and all that kind of stuff. So this one will be out a little bit faster. So stay tuned for the next video for the full inspections. Take it easy. I'll see y'all later.